So this is a bigger round brush. Again, gotta make sure I tell you guys everything. And hold your paintbrush like a pencil, like you would if you were writing. But you can go crazy with it. And I like these long ones because then I can even stand back here and really, you know, move the brush around and look from afar. It's very important that you stand back from your painting because from a distance you can actually tell when things are off, when they don't look, something's not right. And you can usually fix it. But if you're up close, your eye, it gets a little distorted. So always stand back and look and make sure things are looking correct. And you can always correct it as you go too. You know, adjust. I mean, this is paint. You can paint over it. And I usually start with the lighter colors and build my way up to darker. Except for when I'm first doing like the eyes and stuff. I want this to really stand out so I can see it. But everything else is going to be done pretty much with lighter colors. Now this is the first layer, you guys, again. First layer of paint. Okay, over here I want a little light blue. And again, we're going to blend it more once we get the other colors and stuff on the second layer and third layer on. That's when we'll blend more. But right now, I'm just kind of like marking everything. It doesn't have to be perfectly blended yet. The blending comes along as we go with the layers. Because you got to wait for, you know, paint to dry before you put on another layer. Otherwise, a lot of times the color will just, you know, get muddy. Alright, so we're almost done with layer one. For the lips, I'm going to mix her lips with probably violet and a touch of yellow. Going to give me a really nice lip color. So I'm going to dip my brush in the violet here. Oh, that's nice. I just totally took off my brush there. It's falling apart. That's how old these things are getting. Okay, so let's see. A little bit of violet with yellow is going to make a nice skin tone, or a nice lip tone. And then you add white and a lot of glaze. Violet. So this is, what violet is this? Deep violet. I'm using deep violet. And just a touch, a smidgen, you guys. And then a little touch of yellow. And a lot of glaze. So just literally a dab, okay? You don't need a lot of paint. Now. I wonder if my sheet goes lower. Aha. Uh-oh, I hope you can still see me. I think you can. Now, I always look at this shape right where your lip crease is because that's very unique on every person. So you go straight down, then it's like a slight curve up, goes down, and then a slight, like a slight hill, and then back down, and up and out a little bit. Because she's got this little bit of cute little crease right there. And then I'll work the color in. See the nice color this made? It's just glaze, yellow, and a dab of violet. Dab of yellow, dab of violet. Not much. And I'm going to, you know, it'll look better too once I add all the other colors to it. But for right now, it's a nice base. I'll probably mute it down a little bit too. Add more glaze, more white. The top lip is always darker than the bottom lip. They're never the same color. Pay attention to your tints, tones, and shades. That's what really gives you more of that three-dimensional look, the more realistic look. Okay? The bottom lip is always lighter, so I'm just adding white now, white and glaze. To that color I already had. And this is just the first layer, so all the colors will blend better and look cooler once I get the other colors on. Okay, that's good enough for now, for first layer, you know. I'll probably add a little bit more pinks, like I said, there's going to probably be some pink and purples in her eye. You know, I mean, you'll see when I'm done, you guys are going to love it. Add little touches of purple. This is going to be very light and muted, except for her eyes. Her eyes are going to be like pop. But her lips, everything's going to be muted. I want a little more white right here. See, it's good to stand back. For the first layer, I want a little more white right now. Dang it. It's throwing me off. It's a lot slower, huh, when I'm doing it this way. And if I'm doing it in those painting videos that I put the music to. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my little round brush. Not too little, but smaller than the one I was just using. I'm going to dip it in the black, and I want to put her pupils in. Okay, you guys, that's part one. I'm going to show you part two after this dries. In the meantime, I'm going to work on another one. Maybe I'll show you how to do that one. I always paint like 3 paintings at once, 2 or 3, because while one layer's drying, I don't want to just sit around and twiddle my thumbs. So I have another one sketched out, and I'll work on that. And then by the time I'm done working on that first layer, this layer will be dry. I'll go back to this while that one's drying, and I'll just keep swapping back and forth, back and forth. So you can do that a lot of times. That way you don't have to wait around for the layers to dry. If you're waiting for oils to dry, if you're working with oil paints, I know how to paint with oils. I've painted with oils. I don't like them as much because they take too long to dry and they're a lot messier. They can dry faster if you get a medium to put in it to speed up the drying time. But I just like acrylics better. I'm an acrylic girl, so I like acrylics. We're learning acrylics. That's what I'm going to be teaching you guys. So I hope this was fun for you, and stay tuned for part 2, okay? I'm going to let this dry. I'll be back. Peace, love, and happiness, you guys.